Hey guys, welcome back to Creators of the Lost Art. My name is Ron, and today I have another problem. That problem is that my family has decided that we really love rabbit meat. We butchered one of the rabbits earlier, made some gumbo out of it, and it was delicious. So we decided that we want to keep producing more rabbits because rabbits produce more rabbits very quickly. But I'm out of room. I've got the mom in here and the 5 babies that need to be taken out of here. I don't have any more room, so today we're going to solve that problem by adding on to the rabbit cage going that way. All right, before I can attach my two treated 2x4s, they're cut 6 foot long, so it'll be 2 cages at roughly 3 foot apiece. But before I can attach them to my building, to the ribs of my building, I've got to remove the screws that are holding the tent on at the same elevation that I want to put the 2x4s. Then I'll have to drill holes through the wood into the metal and attach it with some screws because I don't have any self-drilling or self-tapping wood to metal screws. So to get that done. The ribs on my building are on a 5 foot center, and I built this 6 foot long. So there's no way that I can get an angled support on the end. There's nothing behind this tin to screw it to. So I'm going to add this extra centerpiece in right here so that I can cut that angle piece with a 45-degree angle on each end and screw it into the actual rib of the building to keep this end from sagging down. Put those two in, then we get to put the expanded or the hardware cloth in there. Sometimes when you're working by yourself, you have to think outside of the box. I couldn't hold this up level and put the support in by myself, so I just took a scrap piece, pulled it up level, put a screw in it to create a leg to hold this up, then put my support in and pulled this back off so that all of it matches. I don't have anything sticking down that I'm going to have to weed eat around or mow around. So next up is going to be putting in the hardware cloth. I am using 1/2-inch hardware cloth because rabbit pellets are approximately the same size as Reese's peanut butter cereal. Don't mistake them, they don't taste the same. But it'll fall right through the 1/2 inch down into a collection system down below. So I'm going to be using 3/4 inch staples with my pneumatic stapler to hold that down. Once that gets done, build in the walls, and then we're going to put the roof on it and be done. Alright, so as most of you already know, I don't like doing math, so this part, instead of trying to figure out what these two angles are, just going to hold this piece up here, get this level, hold this piece up here, mark it, and go cut 2 of them, one for here and one for the, well, 3, one for here, one for the middle, and one for that end, so that I'll have something to put my sheeting down in order to screw my tin down to. So, angles, here we come. got all the frame built. Gonna go ahead and stretch the rest of the wire over the front, over that side over there. And then I'm also gonna put wire on each side of this, mainly because I don't want the two females getting too close to each other and maybe fighting through the fence. And also because chewing on the wood is not really that good for them. So there'll be a few places that they could get to the wood, but I'm just gonna eliminate as much of that as possible. So finished putting the wire on there, and I've got some scrap wood that I'm gonna put on the top, just temporary, so that I can go ahead and maybe put some rabbits in there today, because I've got to do something about that. She's due to have another litter in, I think, 2 or 3 days. We got to get some room in there for Mama. So I'm getting ready to put my tin roof on. I had to buy a piece of tin because I didn't have any more of the green to match. I've got the wire finished on the front. And I just got a mixed bag of scrap pieces of OSB and 1/2-inch plywood. But the main reason that I wanted to put something solid underneath the tin was because this past winter, we had lots of ice on the top of my shop that was coming off and hitting. And if there wasn't something solid underneath the tin, it runs the risk of puncturing it, knocking a big hole in it. And this will help prevent that and give me something to screw it down to. So I've got to cut these, get them all screwed into place, and then I've got to cut my tin into smaller or shorter pieces in order to screw down. Then I'll cut my doors, add my water system, and we'll be able to move rabbits in here. I got the holes drilled for the rabbit nipples to go through. I got to connect them up to the rest of the system. I turned the valve off already. I'm going to cut the end cap off there and let it drain out. But I did want to mention I do have a previous video on how that was made for the automatic rabbit waterer, and it works great. I never have to fill it. I go by and check it about once a week, but it always stays full, and I'm not having to fill all these water bottles. So check that out if you got animals. It was well worth the time and the little bit of money that I've got in it. So finish connecting these up, then I'll put my little temporary wall back up and be done. Okay, so my water system is all connected back up. I tied on right here with PEX, ran behind this rib over and connected right here. There's a nipple right on the other side of this wall. I thought I had some 1/2-inch couplings, but I didn't, so I made a big one out of a piece of 3/4 pipe by heating it up and stretching it out. And then I tightened the nipple, the brass nipple too tight, and then it cracked where the threads are. And had the engineer a fix, just cleaned it up real good with some acetone and cut a little groove in it and used some CA glue and accelerator to fix it. And then for now it's holding. I don't know if CA glue will hold up very long in water. If not, I'll have to get another. But the good news is I don't have to worry about it dripping out and going empty because it automatically refills. And so there they are. There's one. And then there's the other. So I'm gonna put a couple of pieces of wood in the bottom just to give the rabbit somewhere to get off of the wire for a little while. I'm gonna move a couple of these girls over so they'll have their own house for tonight. All right guys, that's it. Now we got 5 rabbit cages, 4 does, 1 buck. So that's enough to keep us in eating rabbit quite a bit. I mean, 1 or 2 a week maybe, if we spaced them out right. But I do have to get feeders for these girls, or build feeders. I just don't have any right now. So I'm gonna put a little bowl in there with some food for them. So thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. And remember, it takes a lot of guts to be an organ donor. More rabbit houses.
Oh. You're building another one? Yes?
Yes.
Is this one have babies? Is this one have babies?
No, that's the daddy.
Oh, that's just sister.
Yep.
And then the mommy. Don't let her out. Here, baby, the bunny. Eat up.
Yeah, I think they like it.
Huh?
They like it.